Wayne here with Pki Locksmith Service. We're going to compare the Schlage electronic touchscreen deadbolt to the Kwikset Kevo lock. Both of these locks have wireless capability, meaning that they will interact with a smartphone, and they do that in two very, very different ways. This one interacts with Bluetooth technology, so it communicates as the phone is very, very close to it or in contact somewhere around it. It's working off of that close range Bluetooth technology, and this works off of a completely different setup. This actually can be integrated into a security system through Nexia. So basically you have to purchase a extra piece, a bridge unit, to communicate with this lock. Before we go into that too far, they both work as a standalone unit as well. So whereas this one, they will give you a key fob here with the Kwikset Kevo, and that will, you don't have to have a smartphone to use this. You can use the key fob, you can also use the manual keys. This also comes with manual keys, and instead of the key fob, you use the touch screen. Okay, you simply enter the code right here, and that's how you use this as a standalone unit. They both take 4 AA batteries. That's plenty adequate to power this lock for a year or more under normal use for the average family. This lock here has a nice feature because it doesn't have the big screen like this one here. It just looks like a normal lock. And then until you touch it, and then let's see what it does here. Oop, it didn't open up. There we go. Okay. So this one just looks like a normal lock. It's a lot smaller. On the back side, it's smaller as well than the Schlage touchscreen deadbolt. But this one here offers an alarm system. Basically, this button here, if your door is shaken or rattled, or the lock is tampered with on the outside, you can set this to go off, and then it starts making an alarm sound, scaring the criminal off, alerting whoever's home that somebody's trying to get in, kind of like a car system. This does not offer that. This one here, it feels pretty tight. It feels pretty good. This one works pretty easy too. The actions are about the same. The deadbolts here are about the same. This one the Schlage might be a little bit thicker, I think. Seems like the Schlage one might be a little bit more heavy duty in the long run, for having bolt failure or anything like that. So as far as the mechanical aspect of it, this one just feels a little more solid. It feels a little more well-built, a little sturdier than this one here. And then, let's see here. This one is claiming they use military Pki encryption. I don't know exactly what is used for the encryption with this one, but this one, you have to have a bridge unit, and you have to pay a fee in order to use this lock with the internet and your phone. The good thing about it is you pay 10 bucks a month, you get the bridge unit, and you can unlock and lock this lock from anywhere with your phone. You can change the code, you can change the password. It keeps a full audit trail, so you can program it to tell you when kids get home, what code was used, when a key was used, when the inside thumb turn was used. You get a 100% complete audit trail with this lock, and that's what I really like about it. It's really good for businesses too. It'll work light commercial duty, and it'll keep track of everybody that comes and goes, who used a code, when, where, and why, and it keeps that information. So if there ever is a breach of security, you have proof, documented proof of when somebody was in there and who was in there last. This doesn't offer that yet, I don't think. It could be available later, but because you don't have to sign up for a subscription or program or have a website to log into, you just have a phone app, I don't think this offers that quite yet. The other thing is with this one, I can open the lock and close it when I want to. So if somebody comes over, I can let them in personally, and then I can lock the door when they leave. This one, you actually have to send somebody a key. That's going to cost you money too. So both of these still are going to cost you money if you're planning on using the smartphone system afterwards. You're going to be charged $1.99 every time you send somebody a key. And you don't have the option, because it has to be in close proximity, you don't have the option to unlock this lock from anywhere in the world, like this one here. You just don't have that option yet. You can send them an e-key, but that's it. The number one thing that everybody already knows is they went with the smart key system, which is a terrible design. There's a million videos on YouTube showing you how to overpower it. I'm not going to go into that. I did that on the review. When we go to put this lock on the door and do a test on it, I'm not going to trust that system. I'm going to get rid of that, and it'll just be a test on the electronics, because I just don't trust it. It's terrible, terrible design. They use cheap parts, and it's broken and overpowered and crushed, and it's a covert entry. You can't even hardly tell really when something like that has happened. They can come into your home and relock it when they leave, and you won't even know. This one is a grade 1. It comes with security pins, very, very difficult to bump, very, very difficult to pick, and this is a grade 2. So right there, hands down, based on the ANSI and BHMA ratings, this got a grade 1, this got a grade 2, grade 1 being the highest. So hands down, this one wins as far as security features go. As far as nicety features, this one has the option to where you can just touch it with an elbow and it should open up or lock, either or. This one you actually have to put the pin code in instead of just touching it. But if you got a handful of groceries and you come up and do that, that is a really nice feature and a really cool thing that this lock does. Let's see if it's going to open. There we go. So that is a cool feature that this has. If they would just simply get rid of that smart key system to where it was a regular pin tumbler lock, or even go one step higher and make it a high security lock, like incorporating a legitimate sidebar with legitimate pins. They have a sidebar with this, but it's not adequate. It gets overpowered. It doesn't do any good to have a sidebar in this lock, and sidebar protection against picking if the whole case of the lock can be overpowered. It doesn't do any good. It doesn't make any sense. I would actually like to see both of these companies offer an even more security lock. There are higher security locks like the Schlage Primus cylinders and some other things like that would really, really set these things above and beyond what is currently available out there. But they just haven't done that yet. So for what's out there now, the Schlage touchscreen deadbolt versus the Kwikset Kevo deadbolt, I would always recommend the Schlage over it. The parts are bigger, the motor's more heavy duty, it's a grade 1 lock instead of a grade 2, and you just don't have to deal with that smart key system. I mean, why would you buy a $219 lock and then want to replace the cylinder in there? It just doesn't make sense. Price point is another great factor too. You're looking at about $199 at a retail store for the Schlage, and you're looking at about $219 on Amazon or anywhere for this one here. So you're paying more and you're getting less security with it. You're getting a little bit more convenience, but overall less security based on the mechanical aspect that overrides everything. So this is Wayne with Tri-County Locksmith Service. For more information, go to www.tricountylocksmithservice.com. Thank you.